All right, one of the hardest short tracks that we have in ARCA, but it's free content, and I had to explain this to Justin a few seasons ago. Just because there's not high strength of field doesn't mean there's no participation. South Boston, a couple of weeks ago, more races or more people racing than Legacy, Kentucky. These free tracks are a big draw to the Class D community. So, since ARCA races tiny tracks like this in the ARCA East and West, we run them to get those free tracks because really short tracks are the only free tracks that we have other than Charlotte, which Charlotte pulls almost super speedway numbers with 5,000 people racing last time we went there. So that's why it's on the schedule every season, varying from 2018 to 2008 version. Thankfully, we don't have the guy that was intentionally wrecking everyone in this. I was worried because he's a 1,500 guy and thought he might end up in ours. But he is not here, which is good news. Sent an email to NIM just because it was going to take forever before the practice session could be protested. Hopefully, if that guy's in someone's race, NIM's watching him and will clean him out quickly. But guy was just for 30 minutes wrecking everyone in practice. So, and that was on purpose. And then we're going to have a bunch of people that are just wrecking everyone on accident. So we got to watch out for that. Let's hope that we can qualify halfway decent. But the biggest goal, and Gavin showed this in his video, don't try to go fast. Faster you try, the worse you're going to be. Why is that car not loading? What is going on with this guy's paint scheme? That is just like nothing's loading for him. That's weird. So, yeah, we gotta hope that first of all we can qualify decent, and second, we can just have a nice, clean race. But 21 cars here, so it is gonna get filled up quite a bit. Just have to do our best. So I'm looking for a 21.3 in qualifying. I'm not going to change anything with the brake bias. I tried an 8 to 10 steering ratio to quicken it up, but it just caused me to hit the wall on exit out of 4 or 3 or whatever we're calling that. But yeah, biggest thing is don't overdrive it. And it's very easy to do.
Green flag.
Decent run here to the line. Ease it into one. Harder you drive it into one, the further you slide up and you're just not going forward. Don't try to flat foot it for 2.
One more lap.
And then don't get on it too hard to where you got to counter steer into 3.
5-1.
We go a 5, let's see if we can get a couple of tenths more out of it. Not going to. Going to be a 4. 4.9.
All right, there's the checkered flag.
Tried a little hard there, and we lost a bunch of time. So had I just got onto it easily off of the corner, would have been better. Right now P2, but still a lot of fast guys to go. Once we see Chad do his lap, we'll give him a good luck. See if we solve that paint scheme issue. What is going on with this? That is That is odd that his paint scheme's not loading, but maybe him being bright white is a good thing. Who knows? We are back to P3 now. Or are we? Yeah, we're in third. Which is good. It's fine. Pretty sure that's where Gavin started. And looking at these queue times, 0.6s, so that is a long ways back from us. I did a 0.3 in practice beforehand, but that was after a couple attempts, which always easier to do. So biggest goal and key to doing good here is don't try. I'm not saying don't race. I'm saying just don't try to go 100%. It's just going to burn it up. Dylan saying hi. He's got the pole. I feel like he might have been the number 10 guy in Gavin's race, if I remember right. Let's see what his car looks like. We don't know what his car looks like. Let's take a look at it on the other. Maybe. I don't know. But, yeah, we got Bob and Chad in here. And then, really, the rest of the field is gonna just not be weapons, but be turtle shells that we have to watch out for. 55 laps, though. That's a lot of laps. A lot of time to heat up the rears by getting on it too hard off the corner. And, well, the quicker you go, the quicker you get to lap traffic. So, maybe not wanting to go all that quick. Just looking at how Gavin managed his race, he was the quickest guy at the end of the race. Now, it could have been because of some of the damage handed out to other people, but it just seemed like he was getting off the corner massively better. I don't think it's going to get tight on corner entry, but just in case it does, I'm going to go ahead and adjust this 3% down and then move it up 3% when we get into the car. That way we have more ability to back it up during the race, since we only have 3% one way or the other. So we'll shove it all the way back up to 68, and I hope we can have a good race. It's a tough track. It's short track racing with a high-powered car. Like, this is what racing used to be, and honestly, these things don't even have that much power, but the tire that ARCA uses for road and short tracks just kind of seems to be lacking on grip, so it's easy to burn them up. But as long as you don't spin the tires, you should be able to warm them up into a nice range and have some proper grip. That's the thing where when they're cold, they don't have a lot of grip, but if you flash them to superheated from a bunch of slides and spinning the tire, then you still don't have any grip because they've went way over the top. So just one of those where you got to manage it. And then it's also with short track racing and no cautions, it's kind of like multi-class racing on road, where the back of the field is kind of a different class. So you gotta work your way around them smartly and be ready for dumb things to happen from them or from other people that are trying to get through traffic that aren't patient. So we will do what we can. Holy crap. 10 minutes into this video and just getting going.
You don't get any extra tie sets for this race, so let's be smart out there.
Hopefully that advice helps everyone figure out what they gotta do for short tracks. I mean, this is definitely not the easiest short track in the world. But you don't have to push it 110%. That's the key. So let's just focus on going around. Now we got this number 13 Class D driver at a 2000, so he's probably fairly new, but quick. We're not gonna worry too much about him. We'll let him just go and do what he wants to do and watch for rookie mistakes. We got Chad and Bob behind us, so I'm not too worried about them. And then we got the 17 who is a Class B 1600 driver, so not too concerned. Only one I'm really concerned about is the 13, just because it looks like this is kind of one of his first times, possibly. But we're gonna just give him some room here, not even try to get up onto the back of the one.
Green flag.
And ease it in. Luckily we did, because the 13 was pretty slow through there. We kind of screwed Chad over. Chad goes way up high into the back. Alright. Take it nice and calm. 13's got into his rhythm now and is pushing it. Don't even attempt to go half throttle through there. All it's going to do is push you out wide. We got the 11 coming up here real quick. We'll let him go if we need to, but Bob gets a little loose behind us. I'm just going to let this guy dive it in. Not our concern at the moment. Long ass race, and these guys are already pushing hard. Although it looks like the... No, never mind. I was going to say, it looks like the 11's got his car under control, but I just seen him yacht out on the exit of 3, so 13's going to be trying pretty hard to get the lead. 11's going to come up and catch that. Plus then we've got all the wrecking starting. And way around. Guess we don't have any intentional wreckers, it looks like. But just got to be patient. Safest spot on this track is away from everyone else. Overdrove that there. I'm gonna back the brakes up a little bit. Couple of clicks. So we should be at 67.5. Looks like the 11's starting to fall apart already. It's losing grip on entry, center, and exit. He can't get the power down because he took his tires to the limit immediately, and he's not going to get him back if he doesn't slow it down.
Slow car down low, go high.
Thought that guy was turning right to wreck everyone. Thankfully, that was not what happened. So the 13 still working on the back of Dylan. Dylan holding on well. The 11 has calmed down a bit in front of us. We got Bob behind us. Not sure where Chad went. He had a weird moment into turn 1. But we are kind of catching back up to these guys, although I think Dylan is just kind of managing it from the front. If he's the same guy we saw in Gavin's race. Can't remember if that's what the car looked like. I don't think it was, but he definitely looks like he's just managing it and not getting forced into racing hard. Whoop. Don't need to do that. It's definitely been much cleaner than what we saw at the start of Gavin's race. So either everyone is gone or they're all on the other side of the track from us. There's not a lot of people behind us and there's not a lot of people in front of us. They gotta be in a wad somewhere. And we got the white car again. I think that's a different, yeah, that's a different white car than the one that wasn't loading. Lost a bit of time having to go wide there, but had to be very safe with the slow car getting going into turn 3. Very easy for them to just drive up the track and wreck you. Alright, 16 laps in. Looks like the 13 just had a moment. That is going to put him and the 11 side by side. 11 tries really hard. Bob just got wrecked by the 20, the white car. Don't even have my best lap or anything like that up because none of that matters. We just need to control our car. Now we're finally getting into that lap traffic. We're not going to be able to just sit here in a nice empty area, although right now they're spread out fairly well, so as long as nothing happens where they got to jam on the brakes or try to avoid a wreck. I'm feeling like second place is most likely here. 11 and 13 are going to burn their stuff up, racing each other. I think Dylan's just going to manage his tires and slowly pull away or keep the distance that he's at with us.
Slow car down low, 17.25.
Looking ahead, when he turns down the track for some reason. Stay up high, dude. You don't need to be racing me. You're barely in control of your car.
Car outside, 17.39.
As I said, you're barely in control of your car. Keep turning down through the middle of one for no reason. And now you're not lifting off, even though you're like 5 laps down. There you go. You figured it out. It's much easier to drive on the track when you're not side by side with someone, especially when you're side by side with yourself half the time. Alright, we survived. Lost a lot of time, but didn't want to get sucked into pushing it.
17.068.
I don't know why these slow guys are turning down off of one. You should be driving hard enough that it takes you up the track off the corner.
Stay low. 17.325. Still there, hold your line.
Had to just stay turned down off the corner there to make sure he didn't hook us. Alright, 2 seconds back.
17.395.
Still fairly clean race though. Haven't had a whole lot of stopped cars. Still got 18 cars on track.
Coming up on halfway here.
Alright, we're at halfway. 13 still holding on over the 11. Surprised to see that. Alright, we're going to back the brakes up a bit more.
17.083.
just start pulling back up to these guys.
17.093.
Very surprised though, the 13 has not had an issue yet. I thought with his Class D he might, but he's done good so far. I've only seen a few slight slides out of him. He might have just grabbed the wall there, but
17.148.
we've closed up 0.7 since we got around that lap traffic. We just need to stop overdriving 3. It's so easy to do.
17.212.
I think it's time for the Delta bar now, especially since we're halfway. Let's go last lap so we can build on our speed.
17.141.
Lap car going to try to pass the lead lap guy. Okay, gets out of our way, thankfully. Thought he was going to try to put a pass on the 11 for no reason after the 11 made a mistake, but looks like he knows what he's doing. Yeah, it might be a struggle to get up to second. It's going to be a struggle to even get to third. It's very tough to make a pass here. But one mistake or bad move through traffic. Just a click more back. Have no idea what my percent is at now, but we're lower than 68. I know that. Alright, so the 11's going to start trying a little harder now, which is good news for us. But I think him and the 13 have calmed their tires down after their blazing start. Still getting it loose. He's going to let us go. Wasn't expecting that, but thank you. That's why we let him go when he was quicker, in hopes that it's returned when we know we're going to be quicker. Don't expect it though, because late in the race. But very clean race so far. Looks a lot different than what we've seen out of Gavin's race. 13 getting on the gas hard. Dylan's got this one locked down unless he gets wrecked. 20 and Bob come together. Bob and the old white car come together. Just gonna be patient here.
17.907. Clear up top.
Not gonna force anything there. 20. Now it's starting to kick off a bit. 13 on the gas too hard. Keep doing that. Make my life a lot easier in a few laps, as long as you don't self-spin into me off the corner. He's gonna overdrive it. Probably snap on exit. Just keep putting that pressure on him, and it's only going to get worse for him. He's got no grip off the corner, but is mirror driving like crazy. figure it out.
17.6.
It's just a puzzle. Gotta find out where you can get the nose under. Got the nose under.
Still there.
And we just gotta hope he doesn't snap off the corner and wreck us.
Keep low. 17.409.
If he continues to fight us, he's only gonna hurt his chance to get third. Puts it up in the wall and might lose his chance at third. The 11's got under him. Dylan ahead of 4 lap cars in front of us. So not going to get there, but I will gladly take a clean second place here. We got 4 laps left. 13 still overdriving.
17.316.
Pulling away from them. They've got no grip. 20 cars wrecking again. Don't really want to get involved in this, but also don't want to back up to the 13.
Outside is clear.
Stay wide here. Hope to get exit.
Outside. 2 more. Let's go.
Wide entry.
Clear outside if you want.
Low exit.
17.596.
Easy pass. Although I think he was letting us go as well.
White flag.
White flag's out. We just need no mistakes out of the 2 cars in front of us.
17.3.
Take our second place and 0 incidents. Dylan gets the win. He was fully in control of that one the whole way. And that was actually really good and clean. Way cleaner than I thought it was going to be. Way cleaner than I thought it was going to be, but we used our tires there at the end to make a pass a little bit easier, and not having to fight the 11 for the position also helped. What were our tires there? 90, 93, and 96, 93 on the rears. So, really good for us. Chad finishes 6th, so he just bailed out early, it looks like. Let's go take a look at all the wrecks. Although I don't think there's going to be as many as you would think. So, the 11 did get past the 13. We didn't see that in the mirror, because I was focusing on what the cars in front of us were going to do, but I assume he followed us through. Let's go take a look at what we had happen out there. 16 on the gas, coming to lap 3, loses it. 7, a little hard on throttle and turning left probably. 19, there's no reason to ever try to full throttle it through that part. It's just, it does nothing for you other than put a lot of heat and weight on that right rear. Should never even attempt to get full throttle until the very end of the front stretch, and really even then it's not worth it other than to make you feel like you're going quicker. That, I thought we were dead there with the way his car turned right. 15 gets lost, prediction code with the 20, but he was going to run into him anyways. Then the 20 just dumps Bob for no reason whatsoever. Well, there is a reason, but I can't say it. Chad, a little shallow entry there, a little bump by the 17, and 20 now just getting in the way, and Bob says, that's enough of the U. And then the all-white car comes up and wrecks Bob. 20 just doing donuts on the track. You don't have to press the gas all the way down to get going again as well. 21 hard into the wall there. Gonna hold onto the spot just barely though. Almost had a clip there. 19 loses it, center a corner, nose shoves. 10 gets the wobble on entry, has to try to save it. The wall helps him out with saving it. 21 after the race, and that's it. So, honestly, that was pretty clean for this track. And, yeah, we didn't do too bad. Not, you know, not a win, but second place, 2 clean passes. And, you know, the 13 made it hard on us, but we solved it, figured it out. Got the nose there finally, and hope you enjoyed that one. Let's take a look at the results real quick, because I think we gained everything. We definitely didn't have our safety rating changed since we were already at 499. Oh, look at that. We're back to the 4,000s. 4,002. And, yeah. Short tracks. Very scary, but very fun. Just manage your throttle. That's all you got to do. And, yeah, Dylan definitely was managing his throttle early. Only 17 ones at the starts. So, he was not going to be catchable. These guys back here... Or wait, no, never mind. That's average lap time. I'm dumb. He was doing 5s. We only did a 6. The 11 was flying at the start, but he definitely burnt his stuff up. I was thinking this was our best lap time and this was Q time. No, I don't know how to read. Yeah, so Dylan really didn't manage. I mean, he was a 2/10 off of what he can do for Q, but he just kicked everyone's butt. So, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.